You know, we we do this sometimes in sports where we talk so much about what a team isn't or what a team doesn't have that we don't focus on what a team has, right? Case in point, Kansas City, right? Everybody this week spent all week talking about what the Kansas City Chiefs don't have, and then we didn't talk about what they do have, which is Patrick Mahomes. I feel like something similar is happening with the Philadelphia Eagles, where, man, we're talking a lot about what they don't have or what people do or do not believe that Jalen Hurts is or isn't. But if we were paying attention, this might be a super team worthy roster. And the reason I say this is because this might be one of the best defensive lines ever assembled on God's green earth. Look at this. Look at this. Brandon Graham, edge defender, 90. 90. Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat. They got Javon Hargraves in here. They got Jordan Davis. They got Ndamukong Suh. They got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Like, they have so many. James Bradbury, who was a top corner last. Like, they got James Bradbury. They got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They got Darius Slay. They have a better team right now than the literal NFC Pro Bowl team. Like, the people that they can get to show up to the Pro Bowl, I feel like the Eagles would beat them at football. That is an insane team. I was watching the Eagles NFC Championship game, and it dawned on me that Jordan Davis is one, really good, and two, he's trying to crack the rotation. Like that, think about that. Jordan Davis would be a star on almost every other NFL team's defensive line rotation. Hell, if he was on the Browns right now, he'd be the best player on the defensive line outside of Myles Garrett. He can't crack, like he barely cracks the rotation in Philly. That is insane. They got Linval Joseph, Fletcher Cox. Those are like afterthought players compared to everybody else on the team. Like they have Linval Joseph, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, Javon Hargraves, Hassan Reddick, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Nakobe Dean. They're using Nakobe Dean as an edge rusher too. Like, it is simply crazy what they are doing and achieving. Taron Jackson is there. Like, they are achieving incredible stuff there. And we have spent all season talking about the Philadelphia Eagles as if they don't have this. Like, it is insane to me how we have kind of missed the point here with the Eagles, because all of the conversation has been Jalen Hurts, right? Is Jalen Hurts good enough to do this? Is he good? He's fine. He's Jalen Hurts. Like, he's good. But everything else around them is really, really good. And I feel like that also gets held against Jalen Hurts. And wherever people fall in that argument, look, that's one I ain't trying to throw my hat in, because we would be losing their mind about that. But then you look at the offense, that's one side of the ball. That's just the defensive side of the ball. That's just the defensive side of the ball. That's crazy. They got TJ Edwards too in linebacker. They have such a good team. And then you flip over to the offensive side of the ball. They got Jason Kelce, one of the best centers in football. A.J. Brown, one of the best wide receivers in football. Jalen Hurts, top 5 quarterback this year. Lane Johnson, top 5 tackle this year. Devonta Smith, one of the better wide receivers in football. They got a pretty good tackle, really good tight end in Dallas Goedert. Miles Sanders, he's not terrible. They got really good guard play. Landon Dickerson's a really good guard as well. This is crazy. It is crazy that we have not talked about the Philadelphia Eagles as what they are. And what they are is a super team. And that's what this Super Bowl is going to be about, right? I think we all have the agreement that Patrick Mahomes is the best player in football. I think that's point blank, period. You can't argue that. He's the best player in football. Pat Mahomes is that man. He's Michael Jordan of football, in my opinion. Like, you look at him, you look at the stuff that he's able to do that nobody else is able to do, the way that he's able to do before, it only reminds you of somebody who's transcended the sport in the same way that Michael Jordan did. Then you look at the Eagles roster, and it might be one of the best rosters on earth. So this is going to be a true test of, hey, does the best player on earth beat the best team on earth? Because this is the best team. And this isn't like best team in the way that, oh, they're working around the quarterback. This is the best team with a legitimate dude at quarterback in Jalen Hurts. It's going to be one hell of a Super Bowl, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood and knew how good the Philly. Like, I feel like we talk about the Eagles being good and we say, hey, they're good, but I don't think we really evaluate how good they are and how many dudes they have on the. Robert Quinn is on this team, apparently. I'm looking at the roster, and Robert Quinn's here. He doesn't play that much, but he's here. Like, he's not really good. Like, it's an insane rotation that the Eagles have right now on the defensive side of the ball. It is an insane rotation that they are rolling out there, and we don't talk about it nearly enough. This is not just a very good football team. This is one of the best football teams ever assembled. Where's the weakness? You want to run the ball on them? No chance. You want to throw the ball on them? Try. They have really good corners and really good edge rushers and good linebackers. There's no hole on that defense. Then you flip the other side of the ball. Okay, well, maybe you can exploit them with the offense. Quarterback, that's not a problem. Jalen Hurts pretty good. Top 5 according to PFF. Then, okay, let's take away A.J. Brown. Devonta Smith right there. Okay, let's take away Devonta. A.J. Brown right there. You can only take away but so much. Let's take away them both. Leave the middle of the field wide open. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. They have Dallas Goedert. What is the weakness? Like, can they not run the ball well? Is that what they don't have? Are they a bad run team? Is that what because they can block well and they can run well. Miles Sanders. I just struggle to see what the weakness is with the Philadelphia Eagles. They might not have one. And that is going to be interesting because players are very important. And Pat Mahomes might be the best player of them all. But teams are important too. And the Eagles might have the best team in the NFL and the best team I've seen in a while. Like, we thought that LA team that won the Super Bowl last year was stacked. They're not as stacked as the Eagles. Not even close. This is a different beast. And it's hard to tell with the Eagles because they blew out the Giants. Nobody really took the Giants seriously. And then they blew out the 49ers, which says something about that offense because nobody got hurt. But also, you get the weird thing where Brock Purdy gets hurt and they have no quarterback basically for like two-fourths of the game. So maybe that's that, right? Maybe they're just getting easy right. They just look great right now. But come on, dog. I know greatness when I see it, and it looks great. It looks great. I don't know how you beat the Eagles, man. I said it on Twitter. I'll say it here. The Eagles look absolutely terrifying this year. They look like one of the most terrifying teams in football and one of the more terrifying teams I've seen since I've been covering the sport. But that's my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below.